Hi Scorpio, this is your astrology forecast for September 2014. It's a real pleasure to be with you today, as always. I'm going to give you a rundown in terms of what you can expect via the astrology this month, and I'm also going to draw a tarot card to give you an overall theme that you can expect. So, the first thing you're going to be working with on the 2nd of September is Mercury going into Libra in your 12th house. You're really going to want to create some harmony and communicate that around spiritual matters and also in your job that you work. I think more so if you're a public sector worker, if you're someone who works in a hospital or in a government council or in a prison or something like that, you know, an institution, I think you're really going to be able to communicate in a way that will not only make you appear as more harmonious and like you belong, but you're able to communicate things that will make the working environment better. If you work in the private sector, I really see you really focusing more on spirituality and communicating in a way that harmonizes your spiritual kind of environment, if that makes sense. Yeah. I hope it does anyway. 3rd of September, there's a really nice connection between your intuitive abilities to work with money and the love for your job. The love for your job works out as extra finances. No. It does do that, but what it also does, it makes you more able to work with money in your existing job. So it works both ways. So you love your job, you get paid more as a result because you're applying yourself to it, but also this job that you have, you are able to deal with the money that's involved in your job. You'll be able to do that really well and intuitively have a knack for it. By the time the 6th of September comes around, Venus moves into Virgo in your 11th house of hopes and dreams and friendships. So again, this means that your friendships are going to be really grounded. You're going to have a love for your life as it is at the moment, and you're going to feel like you are on your life purpose, you're doing what you care about, and you're going to get a huge sense of gratification from what you're doing already. So the beginning of the month, expect a real sense of fulfillment in your life and a real feeling of, yes, I'm doing the right thing, I belong where I am, and I'm in the right time at the right place. Wonderful. The full moon happens on the 9th, and that's in Pisces, in your 5th house of romance and relationship. You are going to absolutely explode romantically this month, and I'm talking a good way, Scorpio. You're going to be the most romantic, most loving, most powerfully Casanova type of lover that you've ever been on the 9th of September. You are going to be on fire. Absolutely, in that sector of your life, and it's going to absolutely connect with who you really are. So yes, you're going to be really able to express that with a partner that you have. If you don't have a partner, I would suggest that you find someone, or that you go out on dates, or you set yourself up on a date, or you get your friends to set you up on a blind date, because regardless of the other person, you're going to be really in touch with that romantic side of yourself, and you're going to be feeling that. So it's ideal if you have a partner, but if not, you can really express yourself in such a way that's really conducive to creating romance in your life. It's great. Nice. Okay. 14th of September, moving forward, Mars moves into Sagittarius, and your focus really shifts now from the romantic side of things, and you're going to want to make money. And you're going to want to do that by exploring your different options, but also there's going to be a strong desire. It's not going to be, oh, you know, maybe I could make some money doing this or that. It's going to be, I care about paper airplanes, and I'm going to become a millionaire doing them. And I'm going to really do it. There's no ifs or buts around this. You're going to become super focused like a laser beam, and you're going to apply yourself to that to make money. So honor yourself, go along with that, because Mars is a warrior, Mars is a fighter, and when he goes into your house of expenses to explore those, he's really going to take you down a path that's going to work. You know, if you keep walking long enough, you bump into something. 21st of the month sees a really nice transformation in terms of your working life. Something's going to change in your job, and it's going to be a rebirth of something. So if you've had a talent or a skill that you haven't been able to use, or that you've had to put to the side, you're going to be able to pick that up again, and it's going to make a transformation in the way your daily life looks. So if you work 9 to 5, you know, on the same task, it'll mean that 2 hours of the day you're now doing something else that you're very good at. So it's a change to your daily routine. The new moon occurs on the 24th, and this is a real time of setting seeds and planting intentions. And this takes me back to the public sector, private sector kind of working life. If you do work in the public sector, you're able to really determine where you want your future to go. And if you work in the private sector, you're able to really find a new spiritual practice that will harmonize your life. It's the same theme, but in different aspects of life. So the person who works in a hospital is really able to use what they already have inside themselves to really harmonize the environment, whereas the person who doesn't work in that sort of environment is able to harmonize the environment by approaching it by themselves. And it's more of an internal environment, but the additional harmony and beautification of that environment is the same. The 28th of the month sees Mercury going into Scorpio right on top of your ascendant. So you're going to want to speak about who you are as a person. It's a great day to do some public speaking. You know, that if you're part of a charity or an organization or a group of people that helps others, it's a great time to show up and to share your experience, because other people will be able to learn from it. You'll really be able to pack an emotional punch and really allow other people to relate to what you've gone through. They'll be able to identify, and you can really inspire and help other people with that. Also, that money theme comes up again. That drive to make more money is really assisted via a luck factor in your working life, and it's also kind of supported by a miracle in your day-to-day experience. Something happens on this day, the 28th, that you weren't expecting. It takes you further to make even more money and to progress you career-wise. So if your career is based on how many sales you make, for example, could be that you meet someone, or you find a new client or a customer that earns you a lot more money, and that then gets you on top of the ladder or on top of the leaderboard in terms of your sales job. It's that kind of thing. On the 30th of the month, to end this month, Venus moves into Libra in your 12th house. So you're going to love this process of creating more harmony in your life. It's interesting because you've got a dichotomy here. You've got spirituality and materialism. You've got being of service and really creating a harmonious environment, and making something happen in the real world, you know, on an ego level in terms of things and stuff like that. So it's a month of two halves. It's the material and the spiritual. And if you think of this in terms of a card, it's a tarot card, it's the Temperance card. It's combining the spiritual, channeling it through your kind of self and moving forward with it in the real world. It's a good combination. And you're able to ride those two kind of themes and to combine them really well to create wonderful things internally and externally. So before I finish, by the way, Jupiter's in Leo in your 10th house, and that means that the luck factor that's with you all month is really in your career sector. So that I don't foresee any problems in that area, and that's really going to support you. The card that I'd like to draw for the month, that'll give you the over theme, is the Fool, okay? And the Fool is about moving forward. So I am getting that this particular really, I don't know what I just said there, but I meant to say particularly relates to earning more money. You're going to be an earner, and you're going to be able to expand financially this month. If you would like a private reading with me, you can get in touch via my website, which is gregoryscott.co.uk. You can send me an email. The address is readings@gregoryscott.co.uk, and you can find me on Facebook, facebook.com/GregoryScott444. Have a fabulous month, and I'll speak to you soon.